8:03 on a Wednesday morning. Rise and shine. Good morning to you. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's doing in the world of weather, hopefully getting your day started off on the right note. This morning, it's definitely got that winter's morning look, doesn't it? This is a live look outside at our Tower Cam network. We're up in Ocala, where the low cloud deck has now become fog. And it's not just in this spot either. We're kind of noticing this, particularly along the I-75 corridor. So if your travels take you in those areas, of course, our Megan Mackey has been tracking this all morning long on West 2 News Sunrise, but it's something that may impact you. So let's discuss, shall we? Here's the visibility numbers around town. We're at a half-mile visibility in Ocala. Wildwood is down to nearly nothing, and it's about a quarter mile or so in Leesburg. And then in addition to this, we're also watching that lower cloud ceiling, the deck of clouds, not really that elevated over top of us. So basically, that's where we're at, is we've got that low cloud deck with us, right? It is what it is. 200 feet above our heads in Leesburg, for example, and then there's the fog. 1,200 feet in Palm Coast, and it's right at 1,000 in Orlando. So in the aviation world, VFR, not really recommended. Okay. All right. Let's look at some of our other cameras just to kind of glance outside. I want to show you, this is a kind of a neat shot. This is the Marion County Emergency Operations Center, showing that it is clearly not all that clear. It is a pretty foggy setup there. Elsewhere around town, let's look here. Give me a second. I'll pop up our quad view. Got to hit that button, and I got to hit that button. All right, perfect. All right, here's the quad view on our Tower Cam network. Once it loads, hold on. There we go. So you can see Port Canaveral's gorgeous. Tavares, we've got the low cloud deck. Daytona Beach, even with some clouds. And Orlando has some haze, but not too bad. Yukon says it looks like a winter's day. That's exactly it. That's what I was kind of mentioning this morning on West 2 News Sunrise. It's like, this is winter, and it definitely has that look. Now, we live in the Sunshine State, so we would obviously prefer to have the clear skies. It's just not exactly the way that it goes. So for today, sure, we start off with the low cloud deck. That will little by little clear. And then it looks gorgeous. 66 degrees our lunchtime temperature, 72 degrees our 3 p.m. reading. And then, of course, for tonight, we'll drop back off. Now, what's interesting about our forecast here is the fact that we've got a couple of cold fronts that are about to march into the area and make a bit of a change. So here we are for today, looking nice, but that north and west of us tonight into tomorrow, that's the next front that's going to be marching in. And what it does is it makes tomorrow morning a little cooler. It makes tomorrow afternoon noticeably cooler. And then by Friday morning, it really turns everything around. So let's just set the stage. Okay. Let's start off with today's forecast. All right. Let's just kind of get an idea of where we're going this afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful one. Absolutely gorgeous weather for us. If I could find that button here. Come on, Burris. Today. All right. So for today, high temperatures, mid to upper 60s, lower to mid 70s. It's going to be a gorgeous one. That's today, right? Then we look at tomorrow and get an idea starting off in the morning. Now, to give you an idea, it's like 56 was our low temperature in Orlando this morning. 52 degrees will be tomorrow morning. So that's going to be a noticeable change. Tomorrow afternoon, there you go. 60s for daytime highs. Another noticeable change. Then we look ahead to Friday morning. Share your Christmas morning. That's going to be a shock to the system. I mean, it's going to be cold outside. I'm going to have to actually bundle up. Yeah, 46 in Daytona Beach on Friday morning, 45 in Orlando on Friday morning, 41 in Leesburg, it's 41 in the Villages, 39 degrees in Ocala. So it's going to be a chilly one. And then notice into Friday afternoon, we rebound so quickly, we're right back to the 70s. So this next little cold front does a number. It drops us a little bit tonight, noticeable tomorrow afternoon, then really takes us down Friday morning before rebounding Friday into Saturday. So there's that. Charles says I'll have to drive to work on Friday morning. Too cold for the scooter. Yeah, you're going to actually have to use the motor vehicle. Sorry, buddy. So anyway, yeah, we've got a nice change in store. Now, if you are coming out to share your Christmas, I'm going to be at the Daytona International Speedway. Look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be jacket weather. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be jacket weather. I'm going to have my jacket. You should have your jacket too. Jason Guy is going to be over at DeLuca YMCA up in Marion County. It's going to be jacket weather for him as well. So it looks great. I think that the chill just adds to the whole feeling of it. Feels like Christmas. Let's share your Christmas. And one other thing too, if I may, tonight on Wesh 2, there's a special that we're going to be airing that discusses, and I think this is super cool. This is going to be a special on the 40 years of Share Your Christmas. I've not seen it, so I have no idea how good it is. I'm going to guess. The folks that do this stuff, the special projects at Wesh, are so good. But I remember seeing on Facebook all of my friends that are Wesh alum. They all started coming back, and the people that they were taking pictures with, it's like, oh man, they brought everybody back. So it's going to be really fun to see that, and that airs tonight on Wesh 2 at 7 p.m. The Share Your Christmas special. I think that that's going to be a special, so to speak. So anyway, that's where we're at. All right. So that said, we know we've got that cold front coming in, right? Take a look at the 7-day forecast, get an idea, because our temperatures, yes, they take a little bit of a dip tomorrow into Friday morning. Then they start coming back up Saturday into Sunday, and then they start to do their thing again, start to drop back off. Yep. Yukon says, I remember when Dave Marsh used to come to Merritt Island in the 1980s. It was on a Saturday back then. I just remember it was like this parade vibe that used to happen. It was so it was something is what it was. It was really something back in the day. I mean, it's still really something special too, but it was different. You know, the 80s and the 90s hit differently. Nothing wrong with what we do today. But yeah, so Share Your Chris. Can you believe that? 40 years. I'm not going to say I've watched the entire 40 years because I was a little guy 40 years ago, but still, I've watched most of those years. Jeannie Rowan says, these temps are wonderful. They are. They are looking good. Now, let's take a minute and let's look beyond and just kind of see where we're at, okay? The American GFS model showing these little waves of cooler temperatures continuing to come through. Notice, though, it's showing a little bit of a front in there Christmas Eve. So, you know, we were kind of showing warmer temperatures leading up to Christmas. The current run of the GFS has warmer temperatures Monday the 22nd, Tuesday the 23rd, then a cool front coming in on Christmas Eve. So that's interesting. Let's look at the European model, kind of get an idea of where that goes. And notice the European is not showing that cold front. It's not warm, but it's warmer. So what we are seeing, though, is leading up to Christmas cold fronts. Now, depending on what model you go with, will depend on exactly what kind of an impact it is. Let's go bother Jason Guy for a minute and make fun of what he bought for Share Your Christmas.
Yeah. You could do that.
We're going to do that.
The 30s, Eric?
So Jason's going to be in Ocala, Marion County.
Yeah, 30s.
Yeah, you okay?
No, I'm not okay. And it's okay not to be
It's
okay.
okay to not be okay.
So I ordered on Amazon and they have arrived. I've charged up the batteries. These gloves, they look like ski gloves. They're pretty thick to begin with, well insulated.
What is he like trying to hold that microphone?
So listen, last year that was what he looked like. We
Oh,
just
boy.
looked back at the 2024 Share Your Christmas.
I had a hat
wrap-up.
on.
He
I had
was
gloves.
fully bundled up.
Yeah.
You got to be when you're up there, I think.
Yeah,
It'll always start off pretty cool.
I really did forget that last year was cool.
It was, yeah.
It has been several of the
Yes.
years where, like, looking back, as I did that, I posted yesterday. I'd love for you to go over to my Facebook page to see those pictures. But there are some years where we are really bundled up because it gets cold up in Ocala.
It does. I mean,
What is that phenomenon?
It's what's referred
Meteorologically
to.
speaking.
Well, we in the city, we've got all this concrete, and
Yeah.
they call that the urban heat island because basically the concrete heats up during the day, and then at night it radiates out heat, and that keeps temperatures warmer. When you're in Marion County or more rural spots, you don't have all that concrete,
Yeah.
so the temperature can drop like a rock.
That's
Seriously.
so fascinating.
I just learned that today.
Oh, you've never heard that
But
before?
I guess that's part of the reason that for somewhere like Manhattan, they say it doesn't snow there because even though it's snowing on Long Island, you know, a few miles away. Okay. It's the concrete that emanates.
She was today years old.
I didn't know that was exactly the phenomenon, but I was sort of piecing it together based on you saying that. But I've got gloves that heat up. They are powered.
Back to making fun of Jason,
I'm going to be nice and toasty. But I do have this phenomenon, and I really need to get it checked out. My kid is like worried about it. No, look, my fingertips turn all white. And so there's actually like a syndrome. So it's like,
I think that's something that needs to be looked at.
Yeah. So I've talked to a doctor, and he's like, oh yeah, it's called blah blah blah. He's like,
we should operate.
Yeah,
no, I should.
But
Sonica, scalpel.
But he's like, wear gloves if you're going to be somewhere cold. And so then I was like, I'll do you one better. Heated gloves for the win.
Let's just make sure to have that actually looked at again. A second opinion.
2, 1.
Ay. Jason's like, yeah, my fingers turn a different color. Is that a problem? Yes. Oh man. All right. Oh my gosh, Dawn and Cindy, Raynaud's syndrome. We'll have to pass that on to Jason. You guys are like real people ChatGPT. Tad says the irony of me telling someone to go to the doctor. Wow. I feel very exposed right now. All right, let me load my next show. You guys, so funny. There's a very big difference between your body turning colors and me not wanting to go to the ENT because my voice goes. Isn't there? Wow, I can't wait to tell Jason about this. This is going to be so funny. I've got like a pullover and then like a long jacket. So that's what I'll wear. Either way, it's going to be fun. Get a heated jacket. Oh, man. All right. Do that. We'll do that. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Dawn, I'm sorry to hear that. That's wild. Raynaud's syndrome? We'll have to pass that along to Jason. All right, it's 8:15. Let me get an idea where we are on the rundown. Okay, so we've got the Artemis simulations to weather. Okay, all right. No, there's not. Go to the ENT, Yukon. You're probably right. All right. Unplug that. All right, let's go over to the anchor desk.
Residents express their concerns about traffic in some of New Smyrna Beach's most popular areas.
Raynaud's.
I was going to say the whole Raynaud's syndrome. Yeah, it's pretty much.
However, some owners who looked forward to launching their businesses using the Beer Pedal Pub say they are disappointed with that final outcome.
It's been a little more than a month since Category 5 Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Jamaica, and recovery efforts are still underway. Now, a team from here in Florida is stepping up and really making a big difference. You're going to meet a high school freshman here. She started an initiative called Beds for Jamaica. She's partnering with multiple companies there on the island, raising money to make and transport these beds to those who need it most.
Okay, so we can reference that.
And my face wasn't good because I didn't expect it to be.
Sorry.
So there's that.
Sorry. It's my fault. I requested it.
You'll see.
The first 2 shipments had 100 beds, each cost about $85. Each $85, and she was able to deliver 100. She now plans to continue that mission throughout the holiday season. And she's getting a lot of help.
Preparing 2 crew weekly update. I'm in the O'Brien Mountain Building 9 over at the Traffic Space Center. Wearing my hard hat for safety. We like to wear it backwards because we knock it off all the time.
All right, that's the first crew to head to the moon in decades, giving us an inside look at preparations. The Artemis 2 team posted that video on social media. They're continuing to prepare for this historic mission. The crew says they've spent the past week training and going through simulations leading up to the launch from Kennedy Space Center. Artemis 2 will go around the moon. This crew is not going to land, but launch is right around the corner here, slated for as early as February.
Wow.
And how insanely exciting, Eric, that you have been in that exact simulator.
Well, as soon as he's like, yeah, we wear our hard hats backward, I'm like, yeah, I wasn't cool. So I got a chance when they named the Artemis crew, the Artemis 2 crew
couple of years ago
Yeah.
now. This is me in that actual simulator. See, I've got it correct. I've got the hat, the hard hat on correct. Also, I would add, like, this was a picture I sent to a friend. Like, this was
Are you
not
trying to
intended.
explain the facial
You didn't
Yeah,
know you
'cause
were going to put this
that-
on television one day?
Literally not expecting to put that on television years later. But no, I had the opportunity to meet the crew when they made the announcement and then see what they were doing for training. This is unbelievable stuff, okay? And then there's like the gateway. There's so much cool stuff happening going to the moon. So anyway,
You think you could do it?
go to the moon?
Yeah.
If they gave me the shot.
You'd do it?
You kidding?
You do it. You'd say, yeah.
The only thing I wouldn't do is skydive.
That's interesting.
Unless there was that in training. And if that's
Yeah,
the case,
yeah, that's
then
part
we're,
of it.
we're
Whatever it
jumping.
takes.
We're jumping. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about what's going on because we have some changes. You see how it changed my opinion on that skydiving? Just like Mother Nature making some changes to our forecast. First off, today, temperatures are going to make it into the lower 70s. But looking ahead to tomorrow, cooler air moves in. We're only making it into the 60s for highs. And we'll wake up on Friday morning to a big chill, 45 in the metro before temperatures start to turn around. It's because there's a cold front marching our direction, moves through early tomorrow. And it's going to be until about tomorrow afternoon that we really get a chance to tap into that cooler air. So for you and I, we've got some changes. Today, we're making it into the lower 70s, as I mentioned. But notice we're into the 60s for daytime highs tomorrow. 66 in Orlando, 64 in Ocala, 62 degrees in Palm Coast. And then Friday morning, share your Christmas morning. We're going to be out and about. Jason's got a battery-operated pair of gloves to keep his little handsies nice and warm. He's also going to be in Ocala where it'll be 39. So I get it, Jason. I'm teasing you, but that's just what it is. I'm not going to stop. 45 in Orlando Friday morning, 46 Daytona Beach, and 48 in Titusville. So there's definitely a chill moving in. And then looking ahead to the weekend, we rebound so quickly before we drop the temperatures again for next week. If you're heading out to the Osceola County Lakefront Park, Kissimmee Festival of Lights is looking great. And then we just kind of have to look outside right now. Not so great. I mean, it's not bad, but we've got some fog here in Marion County. Temperatures are hanging in the low, mid, upper 50s, down to about a mile visibility in Ocala, nearly nothing in Wildwood, and about a quarter-mile visibility in Leesburg. So this is the corridor that we're watching the fog for now. Low clouds as well. Orlando has a ceiling of about 1,000 feet. So little by little, we'll get more and more sun shining as temperatures climb today to about 72 degrees in the metro, 69 in Daytona Beach, 66 in Palm Coast. Then looking ahead to the 7-day forecast, we've got beautiful weather these next couple of days. Next opportunity for rain comes on Monday. Megan, good morning.
Good morning, Eric. We have some construction here in the Heights of West.
All right. I'm sure I've got way too many comments to ever catch up on, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Let's see here. Can we look? I caught y'all because I'm in PR. Hey, Priscilla, good morning to you. Oh, Lisa, thank you, my dear. Let's see. So that little segment was talking about Artemis 2. Ugh. Oh, show you the picture? Oh, of me in the Artemis 2 simulator? Let's see. Hirsch. Stand by. It's loading. Love the banter. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, it's sent from my personal email. Sent. Okay. So here's that picture. Oh, of course. So that was me in the Artemis in the Orion simulator. Yeah. So that again, and that was the face of I wasn't expecting this to ever really be seen. But yeah. So anyway. That was cool. Watching the Artemis rocket go up is a must see. I'm sure the Max Rubens. Oh yeah, Oliver. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Kevin John. Hey, we've got Trail Mix in the house today. Good morning, buddy. Jason getting razzed about the gloves. Diane says, whoa, throw Jason under the bus. I have to. He has to do it to me. This is love language. It's
And Renaud's, according to a Google search, usually mild, inconvenient, not dangerous.
inconvenient, not dangerous, usually mild, is what Jason said for
Yeah, if you had other conditions, it could be dangerous.
right. According to WebMD or whatever. So anyway, glad they Terry. It was super cool. Yeah. So anyway, Debbie, who did you send that pic to for it to end up on the air? No, we were discussing it, and then I showed somebody the picture, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta put that on TV." Anyway. So anyway, all right. Let me get this next TV hit set up. So excited for Artem. Oh my gosh, the Heather knot. I think we all are. I don't know what I have to do to beg to be a part of the WESH coverage plan to go cover that, but I'll do it. I'll beg. I'm not above begging. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm not above begging at all. Let's see here. What camera can I show next? Let's go to, yeah, perfect. All right. Priscilla says new schedule. Yes, new schedule. So I'm still doing the schedules are going to be completely fakakta through January. February is when I'm going to officially slide to Monday through Friday. So yeah. The forecast will be snowing up north. Yeah, I don't know anything about that snow. Oh, Eileen, you've got 2 doctor's appointments today. You got to do what you got to do. Nikki says, have a great day, friends. Going to get my chili. Going so I can head to Epcot. Oh, that sounds great. When will it be in the 30s here in Ocala? I missed what you said. So, Stacy, Friday morning is going to be the chilliest morning. That's when you're going to expect 30s in Ocala. Yeah. The Heather Knot, did you sign up for the Artemis 2 NASA social? Well, here's the problem. I mean, I'm credentialed at the Kennedy Space Center. They've got me in the brown badge system. But it all depends on what the WESH News coverage plan is going to be, of course. So to that point, I don't know. You know, we'll have to see what they say. Debbie's asking, does Jason know that they have jackets with heaters in them? He may just have it covered with a jacket. I don't know. All right, people. Are we good? You good? Listen, so I'm going to do a little Instagram reel later today talking about did you see these stories? Did you see that video yesterday of that plane coming down and doing an off airport landing on I-95? So I'm going to be working on a story talking about what goes into annual inspection. So this is actually the annual inspection record for the Mooney. And so I'm going to be doing a kind of a story on that. So anyway, I'll post that when I get it done, but I thought it was kind of interesting. So, all right. Anyway, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I'm on the air live through 10 a.m. on CW18. And of course, we'll see you on the computer system